Hello everyone, this is Valerie at the Old Alley Quilt Shop. Thank you for joining us on our retreat. I am going to show you today the triangles on a roll, along with the square and a square paper, foundation paper. So triangles on a roll, and then some of these foundation papers on how to make perfect blocks. So stay tuned. Alrighty, so triangles on a roll, they come on a roll, obviously, and you can get them in multiple widths. So this is 2.5 inch width, or 2.5 finished half square triangles. So that's when they're finished. They'll be a little bigger beforehand. So the first thing you do is figure out how many triangles you need. I have each triangle, obviously, each square here makes 2 triangles, so each rectangle here will make 4. I've got 5 on this roll, so whatever that length is, roughly 15 inches, 16 inches, and then cut the 4.5 inch wide by desired length. So once you have done that, you can match these up. I really enjoy using triangles on a roll for my half square triangles because when I'm all done, not only do you get to drive around on the lines and helps you have straighter piecing, but you also, when you're done cutting, you're done trimming. So super happy on that point. So you just take your right sides together of your 2 fabrics, and then you pin in various spots. Stay away from the dotted line or the dotted lines because those are where you're going to drive. So as you can see, I put a few pins in here. It just helps keep everything in place. So magic of video, I am going to show you how to stitch along these lines. You can see the arrows, bring it closer. You don't have to follow the directions, but they are pretty helpful. So you could stitch through to this one and then, you know, come back around and do this way and then up here, however it works for you. But I tend to follow the arrows, makes it easier on me, most generally. So we will piece those shortly. Okay, I usually trim the outside edges first. You can see the back side, nice straight lines. And then once I've gotten the outside edges trimmed first, I go down the center. So now you have these 2 pieces. You can leave them kind of lined up. Then you can cut them. I usually keep mine together and then cut, but trying to stay in camera frame kind of makes it harder. So now I have all of my squares. Okay. And then for each of these squares, you will then also cut on the line. Between these stitch lines, it's not quite as important to be perfect, obviously, but a nice standard seam is good to have. It's cleaner, more professional. Okay, now they're all done. So then all you need to do is tear off the paper. Aside from your dog ears, this thing is perfectly trimmed. It's a perfect 2.5 inch square. We can measure it. Well, it'll be 2.5 inches, so it's 3 inches right now. But again, they're that easy. They don't take a lot of effort to make. I don't get frustrated with squaring them up. Squaring them up is probably my least favorite thing to do in a half square triangle, so I really enjoy making these. Then if you just, again, press this, take the dog ears off, then you can set your blocks any old way. Lots of different directions. But there's your triangles on a roll tutorial. So, hope you enjoy this tutorial today. Have an awesome rest of your day. Thank you. I don't know if I ran out of room or what, but this block here would be 3.5 inch unfinished, 3 inch finished. So this block is 3.5 unfinished. Then when you get them all in your quilt, then it'll be 3 inch. So again, since roughly this one's $11.99, these are 1 inch unfinished and 1/2 inch finished. So these are really tiny ones, but it makes 3,480 1/2 inch triangles. That's a lot of triangles. I can't even imagine making that many half square triangles or making 1/2 inch finished size half square triangles. I have not tried these yet, but I would definitely use the papers because it seems a whole lot less daunting. Also, again, they range in, like, you can get 6 inch finished half square triangles. You can also get, these are 1 inch half square triangles. So these are unfinished size is 1.5, finished is 1. This is actually the jelly roll size. So this makes 630 of them. It's super pre-cut friendly. You don't need to use jelly roll, but it uses a 2.5 inch strap. So on the pieces as well, the papers as well, it tells you, but as you can see, these cut 8.5 inch wide by desired length. Layer 2 fabrics right sides together, pin paper on top. Super easy. You know, it even reminds you to change your stitch length to 1.5 and cut on the solid lines and tear away paper. So super simple to use. I wanted to show, we also have this book in stock. Your coupon is good even if I run out of a product. So if a bunch of you want this book and I only have a couple in stock, I will order, and your coupons are good for that as well. So this is Triangles on a Roll. There is just so many quilts in here. She explains how to use. So if my video isn't enough and you like a paper form, this does a really good job of showing you how it's used. These are not my patterns, so I don't want to show you the whole pattern, but I wanted to show you some of the blocks. So hold on just a second. Okay, so this is one of her finished quilts in this book. So this is using all half square triangles. You can see each of the half square triangles and some regular just squares, a square and a square. These kind of look like a pineapple edge. Super pretty. Here's another one. And another one. Super versatile. So here's that one actually done. You can make them as small or as big as you want. Here's the baskets. Here's another one. Oops, that one's not completed. How about here? This would be a great scrappy scrap buster. Pull out these papers and all your scraps and just drive around. Look at this. This is super fun. And then here's another one. So there's quite a few. Just get you in practice of each block. So this is really pretty. Same with this one. Lots of block choices. Great book. Look at these little flowers. So much fun. Just amazing how half-square triangles are so versatile. There, got rid of that glare. I apologize for that. This one's really pretty. I love the colors. Ah. So she has this in a actual block. So lots of fun. There are multiple, these patterns are multiple sizes, but you could totally just use the whatever size you want and use the same format, you know, layout as she does and make a different size quilt. But you'd have to come up with your own sizes for any sashing or whatever. But she has a couple, 2 1-inch finished, 2 1.5 inch, 2 finished, 2 2.5 inch finished, 2 3 3.5, 4 4.5. 2 of each of those patterns in this book. So this book retails at $19.95. I'm not sure. This tag doesn't show the whole price. So $19.95 is the retail price of this book. So again, your coupons will work as well. So thank you for joining me for half square triangles. I will be working on these other paper, It's So Emma, Square in a Square, and the Flying Geese. They are a little more paper piecing and not as much triangles on a square. This is not as much piecing. You lay 2 flat fabrics together and drive around. The others are a little different, so I will work on those next. Thanks.